He has the skills.
You! Stop right there!
Of a dangerous man.
I need to know what went wrong.
I think he snapped.
But he has no memory.
We don't take care of this, we will both burn. He's trained, conditioned, built to disappear.
I'll give you $10,000 to drive me to Paris.
I get the money, and I don't get hurt.
That's the deal.
Now, the government's top agent.
I can't remember anything that happened before 2 weeks ago.
Amnesia?
Yes.
Is about to become their #1 target.
What's in Paris?
It's a name, Jason Bourne.
Let's see if the Paris police can find him for us.
And the only way he can survive
Buckle up.
is to find out who he is.
I guess you're not home. Monsieur Bourne!
I don't recognize any of this.
Before they find out
Get the address. I think I got it.
Enhance it.
where he is.
Get everybody up. I want them all activated. Do it now!
What is it? Something wrong?
We can't stay here. It's not safe.
He's out of control. It's very clear what needs to happen.
Based on the international bestseller
I don't want to know who I am anymore.
from Universal Pictures,
You got to get as far away from me as you can.
What are you gonna do?
Danger
I have everything they put inside me.
is
Everything I ever learned. All of it.
born.
I'm going to make it stop.
The Bourne Identity.
Me and my friend Justin were just like sitting, and then we both realized that all the white people were sitting in front of the bus and all the black people were sitting in the back. So we realized that they divided into
Segregation, separation, seclusion. A time of struggle ingrained in the lives of African Americans. But the question is, does it still exist today?
Which doll is the bad doll? Which doll is the nice doll? And which doll is the bad doll?
It comes from all of this concentrated poverty, all of these people who don't have models of people who are doing well, who are getting a college education. And you also just have, in 1,000 ways, from rap music to television and to just what people see in the streets, these messages that get sent that education is not really a black thing.
Until 1962, out of $120 billion in government-backed home loans, less than 2% went to non-white households. In Northern California, between the war and 1960, of 350,000 federally guaranteed new home loans, less than 100 went to black families. In cities like Richmond, African Americans were left behind in increasingly neglected neighborhoods. In the 1980s, poor Latino and Southeast Asian immigrants began joining them in these same neighborhoods.
I'll open up my mouth and people will be like, they'll kind of do that half double take where they're like, whoa, like, you're speaking really well. In 9th grade, there was a time in my life where I tried my best to be as black as possible, like get my hair braided and, you know, listen to rap music and stuff like that, or things that are stereotypically black.
Harvard professor Roland Fryer analyzed a survey of more than 90,000 junior high and high school students across the country. His findings? Among whites, higher grades mean more popularity. But among black students, especially among black males,
when they have high grades, they don't have many friends. And if you talk to a 7th grader enough, you'll realize that's what they care about, right? They care about their social popularity in school.
today there's another troubling problem confronting black students. After elementary school, they fall way behind. In the inner city, a typical black 12th grader is reading at the level of a white 9th grader. And even more troubling, In America's inner cities, more than half of all black males won't finish high school.
And it's mostly because of how some, I'm not trying to be racist here, but how some black children behave. They put you in the lower level classes. That's just.
In Israel, when somebody says, why, I wouldn't want my daughter to marry a black guy, they're not talking about me. In Israel, when somebody says, well, we had to move out because the neighborhood went black, they are not talking about me. That's what I love. I used to live in England. I loved England so much. I love Europe so much because in Europe, they hate you because you're an American way before they notice your skin color.
You can't be trusted.
Trust me, it's because you can't be trusted.
But you're a violent extremist.
No, you are a violent extremist.
You forced me to be extreme.
You killed civilians.
Because you kill civilians.
Only because you do.
It's your fault I kill civilians.
I've killed 5 or so of yours.
I've killed over 200 of yours.
And I'm still winning.
Touché.
I'll win by lobbing rockets.
I'll win by sending planes and tanks.
I'll win by hiding in the city.
This war will bring me peace and security.
Oh yeah? Like the last time? Or the time before that?
Stop it.
Stop what?
Stop that.
You stop first.
I'll stop you first.
Stop me.
Stop you.
Stop it.
It's your fault I have to kill you.
A war oppressing children, struggling to find peace in their neighborhoods and schools. 2 people destined to form a national identity. A generation growing up in strife. But one is far more disadvantaged.
Here you have Palestinians that have no input whatsoever in the policies that are made. They're not on the city council. They're not in any of the decision-making bodies in the West Bank or Gaza. They're certainly not in the government. The policies are made in order to ensure Israeli control. So the law is designed in a way, in a very cynical way, to prevent Palestinians from building and to keep them confined in little islands so that most of the land of the occupied territories is free for Israeli settlement.
Our new school is very small that we can't be confident in it, and I don't know what to do, and the art class, we don't have art class or music classes or library classes.
Why did you do this to Nassif store, huh? Why you blame the Israelis? We do nothing. We come to work, go out of business. No. It's not Israeli who do this. I do community watch. Don't worry, it's all taken care of.
Oh? No Israeli? Who else would write Arab go home?
Well, I don't know, just maybe 99% of the world.
Oh! You see what he says? Come on, you guys get along here. Stop this. Yeah, here it's okay, huh? It's just there. The war is never going to end, huh?
This PSA, it was a call for humanity to search for answers, to look inward, to find who they are. This has been a characteristic of our world for generations. The Irish, the Italians, the Germans, the Japanese, the Chinese, women, Jews, all have been oppressed by a majority in their histories. All have searched for answers. And those who were fortunate enough to find who they were, to discover the truth, like Jason Bourne, regain their identity, were unstoppable. Their potential, limitless. This PSA was to focus on how adolescents are affected by these injustices. This is a call to humanity, to search inward for answers. Where there is hope, there is peace. Where there is justice, there is promise. I realize now that it is not the destination, but the experiences learned along the way. This is the beginning to the end. This is Born Identity.